Side, Jerry, they have an extra attacking outlet tonight, don't they?
This is well positioned.
PK has had a succession of central defensive partners in the absence of Puyol. Busquets is played back there. Milito, of course, is going. Mascherano at times has sat back in defence. Far more comfortable when PK and Puyol are together.
Yeah, but you have to say, Rob, Puyol is a gamble to play him after, well, January is the last time he actually played. It's a massive gamble, I think, for Pep Guardiola. But maybe he wants to see if he can play maybe on Wednesday, or if he's going to contribute in the Champions League. He has to find out. I thought he might have actually started with Milito or even Busquets and played Keita in the middle of the park and then brought Puyol maybe on in the second half. That would have been maybe an option, but he's been very positive here, Pep Guardiola. He's gone for Carlos Puyol.
It's interesting, isn't it, Jerry, this that Barcelona are playing around at their own game. If they want to sit back with 11 players back behind the ball, as one coach famously said once upon a time, park the bus in front of the goal.
Absolutely.
And they're happy to take their time. Just long ball over the top. Oh, Alves, the right full back. Well, that's just spotted Lionel Messi so far. He's actually looking to become the Pichichi, the Golden Boot winner.
Yep.
For the 4th year in a row in Spain. The only man who's done that before is actually sitting 2 rows behind Jerry Armstrong.
Yeah, we were chatting earlier. Hugo Sanchez, fabulous striker for Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid, and reminiscing about a game back in the Luis Sitjar in Mallorca back in 1983-84. Happy to say it finished all square at 2-2.
I thought the London Northern Ireland fans all taking your photo, Jerry. Then we realised that over our shoulder was Hugo Sanchez, the former Real Madrid great.
I think there was too many Northern Ireland fans in the Bernabeu tonight, Rob. I knew it was Hugo they were taking.
A game of patience has been played so far by Pep Guardiola's team.
Well, it is like a chess game at the moment, and this is the outlet for Barcelona anyway. Dani Alves getting forward on the right.
Well, it's not too often that the away side has something like 80% of the possession, but has to be forecast when Barcelona are in town, even though the host to Real Madrid. PK, now Iniesta finds it in, looking for the run from Pedro.
Physical reason, I think, between the two sides for the cup final on Wednesday and obviously the 2 Champions League games in it. I think psychologically Barcelona has the upper hand at the moment.
Iniesta, Adriano. Xavi's never far away from Iniesta. Neither is Busquets, as Barcelona playing these neat little triangles. Well, Mourinho said he's preparing his team to play with 10 men, as they generally have to do, he said, a little bitterly against Barcelona. I'm sure that Guardiola, who's a little more diplomatic, would like to say, well, we're preparing to play the ball around against a very defensive side. This is to be expected, isn't it?
I think it's a bit of pressure. Jose Mourinho's putting a little bit of pressure on the referee, saying, you know, you're always going to send one of our players off. And funnily enough, the first booking was a Barcelona player, but I'm sure it won't be the last booking of the game tonight.
This is Pedro. To Busquets. Messi, the fans making their own amusement. Barcelona score, of course, then Mourinho has to change his tack.
I think he'll change his tack anyway in the second half, but I think he's got a lot more options on the bench than Pep Guardiola.
This is Iniesta. Everywhere he looks, there's a wall of white to work through. It's interesting, isn't it, that now the fans are beginning to stand up. We've had 18 minutes, and it's not the Real Madrid way, even when they were winning Champions Leagues and the Spanish Championship. But Del Bosque, well, he went because he wasn't sexy enough and the football wasn't quite
he's onside.
Messi is onside. Bounces nicely for Messi!
But I'm worried about the fact that they're not creating an awful lot. You know, they've got a lot of destructive players in the middle of the park, but very little creativity. Maybe that'll change at half-time. That could be Mourinho's tactic.
Iniesta. Messi's going searching for the ball now. Piqué. Xavi has a look. Puyol has allowed Dani Alves to go onto this near touchline. There is Alves. Pedro. Diary's clogged up with these events. It's going to be a great 18 days of football. Piqué to Busquets. There's interest in the games being played off the field as well. Mourinho refusing to speak to the media, though he turned up for the press conference. Right to Karanka complaining that his team had had a day less to prepare for this game. Of course, Barcelona counted that with saying they've had to journey. Messi. Alves. Guardiola. Screaming orders from the edge of the technical area. Can he raise the tempo of his team? It's over the top of Messi. Xavi. Now Piqué. Just a couple of minutes remaining in the first time. Psychologically, will be a massive time to score. Messi for one shakes off Pepe. Little 1-2. Excellent football this. Messi on the blind side. Brilliant save by Iker Casillas. The Real Madrid supporters get behind their team vociferously. They've sat and stirred in the first half. Watched Jose Mourinho play a tight defensive style of football. Free telling Barcelona to continue, though. David Villa is claiming that he'd been raked down the Achilles. Great turn from Xavi. Pedro. Iniesta leaves it to his captain Puyol. Now Piqué. Has to go backwards to go forwards through Valdez.
But Benzema's closing 3 Barcelona players down on his own now. Is this a chance for Villa?
Well, Villa comes across. There's David Villa, whose legs give way in the penalty area. Xavi. Lionel Messi. Iniesta, Barcelona really enjoying the extra space. Means, of course, that Pepe, one would imagine, has to drop into the central defensive role.
Well, I'm just watching Emmanuel Adebayor down below warming up, Rob, so it's going to be a positive change, hopefully, from Jose Mourinho, as Seydou Keita is already stripped off and ready to come on. Now, does that mean Busquets moves into centre half? Oh, he's offside, is he?
He's offside, David Villa. Folded and conceded 5.
Yes, and again, are they going to capitulate on this occasion? That's a great ball for Dani Alves.
Iniesta. Now Xavi. Messi. Whistles. Greet every pass of the ball from Barcelona's players. Keita gets the first touch. Messi. Trying to be supportive, trying to raise the atmosphere inside the stadium. Barcelona happy to keep it at a slow tempo, to stretch Real Madrid, make them chase with a player less. Piqué. Busquets.
Well, I mean, Barcelona's position, Rob, with the extra player, they don't even need the attack. They can just keep possession, keep it on their own half, and just take the clock down.
It's been a long haul for them this season as David Villa makes his move into an offside position yet again. The one
I'm sure this is the longest he's been without a goal. You can always claim that was an assist.
Messi to Iniesta. Now Adriano. David Villa, who forced the penalty. Messi. Messi works his way inside, gets around Pepe. Xavi. Pedro. Toe-to-toe with Marcelo. Xavi's behind him! Clips the top of the bar. Piqué. Well, the world is watching. These two sets of players will want to raise their game.
The thing you find out about Barcelona is, you know, there's sides come and go gung-ho with them. There's sides that come and play like a chess game like we're getting today, and tactical, you try and do this. It doesn't matter what way you play against them. They seem to be able to cope with whatever tactics are thrown at them.
Dani Alves. Pedro. I suppose if Barcelona are being wise, they'll try to run Real Madrid into the ground.
He looks very despondent though whenever he loses the ball. He doesn't do it like Messi does. He would chase after players and try and win the ball back. His head goes down. It's as if they're accepting defeat too easily for me. Look at this run from Messi.
Swirling run from Lionel Messi. David Villa's back flick. Great improvisation from Barcelona. Championship with 6 rounds to go. Effectively a 12-point lead because they would have outwitted Real Madrid on the head-to-heads.
But there's no point in Pepe doing it on his own. They've got to do it as a unit. You know, they must close down and work more effectively as a unit.
Messi to Alves. They're playing a very little keep ball game there. Barcelona now. Messi breaks that up, weaves through the action. David Villa's with it. David Villa stopped by Casillas. Seems to enliven Barcelona. A little jab in the ribs for them maybe. Messi to Xavi. No more key ball from Barcelona. That patience is gone. A draw would keep them 8 points clear of Real Madrid. A win would virtually wrap up the league tonight for them. The ball is played in. Messi's there with Casillas.
But it doesn't help in their efforts to win the league. I think that's gone now.
Maxwell. Iniesta. Now for line. Here's the one final sting in this tail tonight. 1 minute of added time. David Villa. Well, that should have been the winner. Villa had managed to squirm free of the offside trap.